I'm in absolute agony. My legs keep collapsing on themselves. I've got this 10-kilogram bag. My arms kill. How are you feeling, Alfie?
My legs hurt and my back hurts.
And then we've now got, I think it's about 3:30. We've got a flight then to Dalat, and then. So yeah, we're flying to Dalat. It's boiling. My legs hurt from all those tunnels yesterday. I would recommend it, but Jesus, you hurt after. Alfie's hurting. I'm hurting. So we've just finished this coffee. Taxi's booked, so we're gonna get his bags and bits together and we're gonna go outside and wait for him. He says it's a couple minutes away. This might be our guy, this Mitsubishi thing here. It's about an hour away from where we are, is the airport. So we have arrived, D1, check in, get on the plane, fly to Dalat. It's a very boring day today. I don't think there'll be much footage really recorded. Just walking around in transport, so that sounds like much fun. Not really. So yeah. Right, I've never had to do this before getting to security, especially not for an internal flight. You've got to go through passport control on this side to then get through to security. But look at the queue.
I think you go to security.
Not even in Thailand, we didn't have to do that. Even for an international flight in Thailand, you didn't have to do that. This is just them overcomplicating things and making a queue for nothing. Quick little update, we're about halfway through the queue, or at least the zigzag part, and then you've got the most unorganised queuing system ever, where like you've got this, so you've got the barriers and stuff, and everyone queues around, goes around, and then it just spits you out down there, and then you've got to pick which lane you want to go in. But there's no barriers, there's nothing stopping people jumping in. It's literally just a single file line, that's it. Right, we've now made it out of the zigzag bit into this, like, these queues are very strange. Like, this just does not make any sense at all. 20 minutes later, we are now in the main line. Alfie's tired. So we're now in the main line.
Hello.
Right, this is turning into a hellish experience, this now. This is ridiculous, right? So, we've come to the airport. Apparently there's 2 floors, and nowhere does it say this bit's international only. None of the boarding signs say international flights only. We just went up to a check-in desk, right? It says all check-in, all flights. It's not for all check-in, all flights, it's for international flights. Turns out it's Thai floor's international flights. So we've got all the way to the passport check bit at the entrance. Just before the security bit. Gave it boarding pass on my phone that I did the online check-in with. Shooed me away, said I need a paper copy. Just said, look, just says departure. Doesn't say anything about an international flight. Bad signage, it doesn't tell you anything. You get all the way to the front, right? You don't even know where to go for your immigration or for security. You've got to follow immigration. You get to end at passport control, and then rather than being accommodating and saying, sorry sir, you're at the wrong bit, it's like, you haven't got a paper bit, leave. I am so annoyed. See, look, and even then, as Alfie's just pointed out, nothing on there says internal flights compared to, other types of flights. Well, we'll wait for the next one. Right, quick update. We've just come down to the ground floor, like you said, right? And now apparently we've got to go back to the elevator to go up another floor to level 2. And again, it's just level 2 departure. Again, nothing about being internal or international, just departure. That's all it says. That's all the other one said, right? Look at that. So a greeters gallery, whatever the hell that is, and level, that's it. And the only one that's got a plane taking off is level 2, and we were just in level 3. I'm so confused. Another update. So it turns out it's not on the ground floor like the person said it is. It's all the way down the ground floor and then a 5-minute walk this way to get to it's like a completely different building. So from it being the same building but just on the bottom floor, it's now on the bottom floor but a completely different building. Like, there is, and again, nothing at all that says something about international flights. Nothing. I genuinely would not recommend coming to Ho Chi Minh, or at least flying into this airport, flying out of it, because it's so damn confusing. Oh, that's the first sort of sign that says something that relates to where we're going, or like the type of flight we're taking, rather than just gallery entrance. Urgh. appears we've now made it to the correct area. Sweating my bollocks off, bags hurting me, busting through the toilet, but we're ever so slightly getting closer and closer to being on a plane. All is forgiven with fresh aircon. Right, another update.
Still not checked in.
Still not checked in. So we've gone to the counter, given the passports, given the e-ticket. She says, you need to go change your ticket at the ticket desk. You didn't include your middle name. Now, I've managed to fly, somehow, I don't know how I've managed to do this. I've managed to fly from the UK to China, then from China to Bangkok, and then I flew everywhere in Bangkok. Then I flew from Bangkok to here, all without using my middle name. But I want to go an hour and a half in the same country. An hour? I have to include my middle name. I've not had to do that for a single flight that I've ever booked before. Never. And all of a sudden I have to pay an $8 US fee. It's nothing, but it's more the fact of I've been faffed about enough. And then that was just another kick while I was down. I'll keep you posted, see if there's any more things that come up, but this has been the holiday from, well, not the holiday from hell, but it's been terrible. So we've just queued up through that queue there, gonna got his ticket, queued up, right? And now they decided that partway through someone's checking that they were going to swap staff members, and it was just sat there. He's just got up now and started moving. Look at all that. What a farce this has been. This has been
The holiday from hell.
genuine. It's been so irritating, so terrible. I have never had an airport experience as bad as this. This is like the worst of the worst.
Have any check baggage?
No.
You may have your hand carry on the scale. Sorry, it's overweight. May I have this one? Your hand carry.
Yeah, I've never had a problem before though. It's the same weight as every other time I've flown.
Cannot.
Can I not pay a bit extra, use his allocation?
I want counter. If they allow, I will let you take it to the airplane.
Can't go over there. I can't.
Okay, I want counter because it's so overweight.
Can I not just pay just to have it on?
No, just 7 kilos for one person.
7 kilo. Right. If I have two separate bags, can I take it?
Sorry?
If I split this weight, can I take it?
Yeah.
Again, I've never had this issue before. 7.6. Can I take that? Yeah. When I think it can't get worse, it got worse. This is ridiculous. I'm going back to Thailand, mate. Right. Just got through security. Finally, after about 2 hours of fucking about, they tried to get me for my bag overweight, which I have never once had an issue flying with this airline, right? Whether it's in Thailand, I was flying all over Thailand, right, with Vietjet Air. Never once did they question the weight of my bag. And I've not added anything, I've not bought anything while I've been out here, except for a top. And again, I bought that months ago, like the first 3 weeks that I was out here, right? So I've flown since with it. There's not been an issue, and all of a sudden there's an issue now. And how can I check it in? There's a laptop in there, I've got a power pack. Everything that it says I can't take in the luggage hold is in this bag. And you want me to check it in? Impossible. Because then, but we're through now, and it won't surprise me if we've got an issue before we board the plane as well. This is absolutely ridiculous. Right, I've calmed down a little bit now. That was hell. And then we're after security, there's like a big escalator, so you just naturally go up it, you don't look. And then it turned out our gate was actually on the underfloor, so downstairs. So now I've got to sit here for the next hour and wait for the boarding to start because the flight's been delayed. So not only have I had that entire caboccle just getting here and getting to this point to sit here, right? The flight is now estimated at 20 to 5. It's currently basically 4 o'clock. So there's about 40 minutes till now I can board the plane. It's not even when it's flying, that's when I can board. I hope on the other side, when I get to Dalat, that the process is so much smoother. Now, I'm going to just keep all my electronics in this separate bag so they can't complain. I'm just going to say it's going to go under the seat. This one's going on top, right? And I'll make sure that I have that on my ticket. I've never had any issue, because I've booked through trip.com loads for flights. Same with booking.com, and never once has booking.com or trip.com asked for my middle name. Don't even bother with online check-in here, right? It's pointless. Just go to the desk. Even if, like we're here, I had nothing to put into the hold, still go to the check-in desk. Horrible experience. One thought though, she might have done me a favour here because this bag was way too heavy on it, so like it was hurting my back.
Gate changed to 12.
Gate changed to 12, yeah, you are right. Right, so now the gate has been changed. Again, this airport kicking itself into effect, you know, with its complete unorganisation skills. Yeah, I know in this airport, right, you'll say gate change, but the flight's already taken off. Right, we're back where we came from last time. Everybody's moving because they've changed gates like there's no tomorrow. So all these people have come up here, right, for a flight, and now they've decided that, no, you're not boarding at that gate, you're boarding at a gate downstairs. Stupid design. Imagine she looks at his boarding pass and says, "You're at the wrong gate." What would we do then? Now, look at this other queue we've got to queue in. Look at that. Update time. So, we've just queued in that queue that I showed you a second ago. And that queue then got dispersed into this queue, which is then dispersed into another queue further down, which people are just jumping into. So, if you want to see more Vietnamese unorganisation, look at this. Now we've got two parts of the line that filters into like one line. They can't even queue. It gets worse and worse and worse.
I'd like to make an inquiry.
Alfie, I bet you wish you had one of them, don't you? I am actually really jealous. So I'm going to get that model number, I'm buying one. But knowing my luck, it'll be overweight and I won't be able to use it. We're through! Finally. My legs. Right, we're on. Officially have boarded the plane. What seats were we again? 37, we're right at the back. Who's hotboxing plane? All that we're here right now. Out of 97,362, how would you rate your airport experience here today?
13,564.
I would rate it 2. It was horrible. I'm not going to record the entire flight because I ain't got enough storage for that. So, anything interesting happens, I'll start filming. Or when we land.
Yep.
This is something I think is interesting. We're taxiing currently to the runway. And we've just found out that this entire experience with the airport, and the whole debacle we've had, is for a half an hour flight. We were under the assumption that the flight was supposed to be about an hour long, 55 minutes according to trip.com on TripAdvisor. We've got on it, it's 30 minutes. Right, keep you updated when I'm all landed. I'm not even going to lie to you, right, it's been like 10-15 minutes since the last time I spoke to you guys, like since we took off. And he's already put the seatbelt signs back on and we're descending. My ears are popping already, and he's just said, you know, we're coming in for landing. Crazy, it's the shortest flight I've ever took in my life is this. All them climate activists are going to be so angry. Like,
People got mad at Taylor Swift for doing this, so
I know.
Taylor, we're with you. I know she's watching.
Yeah, Taylor. She's my number one viewer, you know. I didn't even feel the plane hit the ground. Did you?
No.
And the aeroplane rat race begins. Is it like that?
Stuck.
Bag acquired. Now it's time to leave.
Delight up.
Pilot says it's 29, 28. Said it was 28 degrees outside. It's 22 degrees, but feels like 25. That is going to feel freezing to us.
Yeah.
Already, this is a far better airport experience. Like, it's clean, it's quiet, straight out, literally not an issue, not a question, not a qualm. All good in the hood. It's just perfect. It's like being back at home.
Yeah.
That's what it genuinely is like. It's like being at home. Yeah. 250,000? Yeah? It's the first time that a local taxi's been cheaper. Right. You're for us, mate. Yeah, perfect. My legs and everything hurt. What do you call it? We do coochie tunnels.
Yeah.
Crouching down, hurt leg. Oh.
Wow. Legs hurting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on.
How much?
260.
3.
Was 260, but at least the hotel looks quite nice. Check in for Owen, yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Come on. Floor 5, yeah? Sweet. No information at all. Just looked at the passport, gave us the key and said, okay. And that's it.
Almost at the top. We might have a brilliant view.
Right, what number are we?
2.
502. Look at that. Oh.
There you go.
I mean, there's no view. Oh, Alfie. Fatal flaw. There's no aircon. At least we're only here for 2 nights. Don't wonder why the place was so cheap. Look, there's only a fan. No aircon, but...
Well, we do have a view, actually. That's the most pointless thing ever. Wow, what a view.
Oh, wow. I thought that was an aircon unit, but that's a shower and a half, that, isn't it? Well...
They've got everything except aircon.
I tell you what, at least it's like cool. Let's imagine the fan doesn't work. We don't know where we're going to go for food yet, so we're just going to have a little walk down this area. Look at the rats. There are rats in that bin. This just proves how prestigious our hotel is. Hey, look at that. What's that?
What the hell is it?
It's a cockroach.
A cockroach.
It's really filled with wildlife out here.
Wildlife is on another level.
I'm not going to eat in there after I've just seen the cockroaches and rats. That must be a good restaurant because everyone's eating there.
know. You didn't get it on camera, but we have just been greeted by some children.
Yeah, they came up to us and they went hello and they put his hands out to shake my hand, shook my hand and then just sort of left us then.
They said, where are you from? And I said, England.
Right, we've just finished this meal. They were very good. My legs are just killing me. I just need to rest them for a night. Hopefully I'll be back in order tomorrow. Food were pretty decent. Right, before I get in the taxi, I'm just going to say thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow. Alfie, any final words?
Yep.
There we go. Peace. Right. Lights are off.
No chance anyone was there. I don't actually think there's anyone else.
I don't. There might be one other person on the 5th floor. Because...
You had to flick the lights on.
No, the elevator was stuck. It was on the 5th floor.
What if he just went up? What if he looked at the stuff?
Yeah, but surely it didn't come down in the elevator.
2nd floor? No one there.
No lights again.
This is all on camera, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Candid camera.
Would you pretend that we'd pick the wrong floor?
4 times.
4 times.
And then
6 times.
And then went past our floor and went, in fact, let me try again. You don't step out, just look at the top. There's no there.
Nothing again. Alfie.
Look at it. I think he went outside, so I don't think he sees all this.
I think he went outside to pick his food up and then come back in. If he played his PlayStation, he wouldn't have a clue. What does it matter anyway? It's not against the law, we're not there's no sign that says, after 22 hours, please keep quiet. Right, so we've got 20 hours, so we can stay there for 20 hours.
No one on the 4th.
This is the 4th floor again. Oh, the Wi-Fi route has fallen off.
No, this is our floor. The 5th floor.
The only floor that's going to have a light on.
If this is the only floor with a light on, where are the only people in?
Well, I reckon there'll be someone else on this floor.
No, because he flipped the switch for power.
Yes, but the elevator was stopped on the 5th floor. It wouldn't take it to the 5th floor and then walk down the stairs, would it? It'd just get the elevator back down. Right. 5th floor.
So this is
Normal floor, and you can hear talking down there. There's a phone call.
maybe he just ignores the Home Alone. He just plays that so we think someone's here.
Damn. Maybe it's his room.
Maybe that's his family. Maybe that actually is the truth. He's got to live somewhere, right?
Right, we're back up at the 6th.
No lights.
Well, there's a picture on this floor.
That's nice. Yeah. There's only one floor in use, and I think he might live on the 5th floor.
No, I don't think he lives on the 5th floor.
I don't think he'd live in a place like this.
No, who would do such a thing? Send it back down for him, you know what I mean?
If he wants to come up and talk to us, he must get lonely.
place on planet Earth. There's literally us, and that is it. What's with all the vents? What? That door's not closed. That door's not locked. Why does someone just sat there? Pretend to be pissed and go in.
Why does someone sat there dead?
Just laid on the floor. It says on the walls, "You're next," in blood. Bye.